ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकाय चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा ददाति स्वापदां। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तां सजीवम् साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेव श्रीराधा कृष्णपदान् सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितान्। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांता राधा कांता नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वंशकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा। All right, so we will continue with our reading from Ishopanishad. What mantra are we doing?
One started 12 minutes.
Yep.
And,
आपका बुक है? आपका है?
तने रो
अच्छा।
ये अपनी क्या है तो सब ऐसा लगा कि मेरे
All those books are yours in that shelf.
आदि ग्रुप रख दिया ऊपर का उससे भागवतम
अंधम तमः प्रविशन्ति ये शम्भुतिम् उपासते ततो भूया इवाते तमो य उ सम्भूत्यं रताः. Translation: Those who are engaged in the worship of demigods enter into the darkest region of ignorance, and still more so do the worshippers of the impersonal absolute. Hare Krishna. So last time we read the purport till
we have to start from in the Bhagavad Gita, Prabhu, I think.
Yeah, fourth paragraph.
fourth paragraph. Okay. So let us get the context here. So, what is the translation? Those who are, please repeat after me. Those who are engaged
those who are engaged
in the worship of demigods
in the
the
worship
worship
of
of demigods
enter into the darkest region of ignorance.
enter
enter
into
into the darkest region of ignorance.
Still more,
more,
so do the worshippers
so do the worshippers
of the impersonal absolute.
of the
The impersonal
impersonal.
absolute.
So, what do you understand by this? Pandurang Prabhu, I think your voice is not coming properly. You might want to disconnect and connect back. Okay. All right. So, what do we understand from this translation? Where is the translation? Yes. Dhruva Prabhu, can you reduce Prabhupada's chanting? Hare Krishna. Yes. What did we discuss? Let's recap a little bit from last time. Dhruva Prabhu, you were there last time. Pradeep Prabhu, आइए. Come closer. So we're doing a recap of last week. So we are saying those who are engaged in the worship of demigods into the darkest region of ignorance, and still more, so do the worshippers of the impersonal absolute. So what did we discuss last time? Yes.
Worshipping demigods is ignorance.
Worshipping demigods is ignorance. Hare Krishna. Everybody here knows demigods, right? Who are demigods?
Like they're in charge of or reign in the
Okay. And who's God?
Supreme Lord.
Krishna.
Supreme Lord Krishna. And demigods?
Other Krishna.
Other than Krishna. So we could be demigods too?
In our
Unmaterial world. We are Vaishnavas, so they're almost superior than demigods as well.
We're superior. Hare Krishna. We are actually jivas. Jiva. So demigods are basically, when we read the word demigods, they are Devi Devtas. So how many Devi Devtas are there? 33 koti. 33 crore. Demigods and demigoddesses are there. One God. Only one God. Who's one God?
Krishna.
Demigods, Devi Devtas. All the Devi Devtas. So we are not Devi Devtas. We can become Devi Devtas. Devi Devtas are jivas, living entities like you and me. But they are superior. They are far more powerful. Like they can give rain, they can give sunlight. Surya is a demigod. Chandra is a demigod. Right? So last week was Sharad Purnima. And it is explained that on the day of Sharad Purnima, the moon is closest to the earth. Like the distance of the moon is closest on the day of Sharad Purnima. It is explained that so on that day, the moon injects some special empowered medicines into the vegetables, and that's why they said that if you put sweet rice out on the night of Sharad Purnima, that sweet rice becomes Amrit, nectar, right? Because the moon is injecting, right? We know that the juice of the vegetables becomes nourishing by the moonlight. We all know that, right? So they're all demigods, right? Ganesh, Durga, Lord Shiva is also playing role of demigod, Brahma, right? Hanumanji, they're all demigods. So what it is said here, so last time what did we discuss? That, yes, what did we discuss last time? Nobody is saying anything. Mani Prabhu, what do you remember?
Alphamedasa.
Alpamedasa. So what we were discussing is that first of all, let us understand the context of Ishopanishad, right? The context of Ishopanishad, this particular series of verses that we are reading, Ishopanishad is giving a little description or discrimination between the culture of knowledge and culture of ignorance. Vidya and avidya. Vidya and avidya. Everybody understands Vidya? Knowledge. Culture of knowledge. And avidya? Ignorance. So this is what is being discussed, right? That so if you read the mantra where this particular discussion starts, right? This particular discussion starts.
9.
What is that?
From 9, right?
Mantra 9. Those who engage in the culture of nascent activities shall enter into the darkest region of ignorance. Worse still are those engaged in the culture of so-called knowledge. So here's where the thread begins of avidya and vidya. And then in the verses, following verses, basically it is explained. The mantra 10 explains. The wise have explained that one result is derived from the culture of knowledge and that a different result is obtained from the culture of nations. So the thread is continuing, right? That if we lead a life based on culture of knowledge, one result we will get. And if we lead a life based on culture of nations, we will get another result. You can't get the same result, right? Common sense. You do one thing, you get one result. Do another thing, another result. You sow a mango seed, what will you get? Mango fruit. You can't sow mango seed and expect coconut. Right? So similarly, if we are leading a life based on culture of nations, one particular result will come. What is the result? That one will enter into regions of ignorance. Culture of ignorance will lead to region of ignorance. Culture of knowledge will lead to region of knowledge. Right? This is what this verse is saying. Mantra 10 is saying that a different result is obtained. One who can learn the process of nations and that of transcend knowledge side by side can transcend the influence of repeated birth and death and enjoy the full blessings of immortality. What is the result obtained by culture of knowledge? Immortality, eternity. That's the region we will enter, into the region of eternity. What is the region of eternity? The region of eternity is Vaikuntha, Sachidananda. Right? Sachidananda. Sat means eternal. Sat, eternal. Eternal, no temporary. Eternal. Sat. Chit means full of knowledge. Ananda means full of bliss. That's the result obtained by culture of knowledge. During Damodar month, we are all praying every day Damodar Ashtaka. What is the first line of Damodar Ashtaka? Sachidananda Rupam. Sachidananda Rupam. So, in the Sachidananda abode, who is the center of the Sachidananda abode? Sachidananda Rupam. Who's Sachidananda Rupam? Krishna.
Krishna.
So, culture of knowledge, darkest region of ignorance. Culture of ignorance is darkest region of ignorance. What is the darkest region of ignorance? The region where it is external light is required. Sun is required here. If there is no sun, this place will be full of darkness. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, in my abode, there is no need of sun. There is no need of moon in Krishna's abode, in Sachidananda abode, Vaikuntha Dham. There is no need of sun and moon. Why? Because Krishna's effulgence is so powerful. The Brahma Jyoti is illuminating everything. Right? So, this is the thing. Right? So, one will enjoy full blessings of immortality. One will become immortal. One will become eternal. Amrityu. Right? Mrityum tirtva vidya amritam ashnute. Amritam will become completely eternal. So now that is being continued. That discussion is continued. Today we're discussing those who are engaged in worship of demigods enter into the darkest region of ignorance. So what is being discussed today is that continuation, that what are other things that are falling in the category of avidya. If we had a blackboard, we could have put two sections, vidya, avidya. In vidya we could have listed, okay, what is avidya? And avidya we could list, what is avidya? So this is avidya, worship of demigods. Devi Devata Puja is avidya. Why it is avidya? This is what we discussed last time. Right? Anybody remembers on the hangout call, anybody remembers why we said that this is avidya?
Because they cannot give Krishna thing and they want to give material results.
Because they give alpamedasa antavattu phalam tesham tadabhavti alpameda. Everything is there in Bhagavad Gita. We don't have to go anywhere. Bhagavad Gita is one complete book. There's no need to go anywhere else. Krishna is saying antavattu phalam tesham tadabhavti alpamedasam. Antavat. Anta means end. Antavattu phala. Phala means fruit. So Krishna is saying in Bhagavad Gita that by worshipping demigods, the phala that we get, fruit that we get, is as an anta. Every product that you buy from Walmart or any produce that you buy from Kroger or a food store, any can you buy, it has an expiry date. Right? Comes with expiry date. So you have to quickly finish it, otherwise it will expire. It has an anta. So the fruits that demigods are giving us have a expiry date, ant. It will finish. It will be done. It will be over. So that's why Krishna is saying, Tadabhavati alpamedasam. That is why people who are chasing fruits which have an end date are less intelligent. Alpamedasam. Alpa. Alpa means less. Alpamedasam. Who is intelligent then? One who is chasing for fruits that don't have end date, that are eternal. Right? So because the worshipping the demigods, the fruits are temporary, they have end date, they have expiry date on it. That is why Krishna is saying less intelligent. It actually perpetuates prolongs one's existence in the material world. Prolongs one's existence in the material world, and that's why it is said even this is avidya, because it binds you further. Not only prolongs, it binds you. Like suppose say you are somebody comes and binds you to the tree very tightly. Now nobody is able to, you're tightly bound, nobody is able to help you come out. And then on top of that you start binding yourself more. Is it intelligence? No. It's foolishness, right? So worshipping demigods is like, every time we worship demigod for a particular fruit, it's like another round of tight knot we are binding around ourselves. Right? That's why the scriptures are very, very much emphasizing on karma bandha phas. Karma bandha. You know what is karma bandha? The chain of fruitive activities. Fruitive activities, you understand? That we perform an action with a fruit, with the expectation of a fruit. Fruitive activities. I want to perform an action, so I'll get a fruit. So every time we perform such an activity, we get the fruit. But along with that fruit comes that additional knot. And that's why it's called as karma bandha phas. Phas means like tightening up. Fasi. You know what is fasi? So we already have one karma bandha phas, and then on that we are adding more, we are adding more, we are adding more. So that's why the scriptures are saying very difficult to get rid of this karma bandha phas. And every time we perform a fruitive activity, we get a fruit. The desire to perform fruitive activities increases. So that's why it is said darkest region of ignorance. Because you're going deep, you're already stuck in a deep dark well, and then you're going further deeper. You're saying, no, abhi bahar nahi nikalna hai, niche aur andar ghusna hai. We have to go, I want to go inside more and see what else is there. It's deep dark well. There's nothing but ignorance. Darkest region of ignorance, right? It's dark. There's nothing else but darkness. That's it. There's nothing else to explore. Right? People are trying to explore the material world, saying, oh, let me go for sightseeing to Hawaii or Cancun and Paris. Right? What is it? We are in the deep dark well and we are just going deeper to see what else. Oh, this is a different type of darkness. Are there any flavors to darkness? No, darkness is darkness. But that's what is happening. Right? So that's why the scriptures are being very honest. They want to help us. The scriptures want to help us. So that's why they are pointing it out. Please understand, worshipping the demigods is entering into darkest region of ignorance, because it's perpetually prolonging our stay in the material world, and it is not wise, right? So that pretty much was the discussion of last time, right? Right. So we will now continue our study.
Karma bandha pass.
What is that?
Karma bandha pass.
Karma bandha fast, right? So right now we are doing karma bandha fast. We are very fast increasing our karma bandha. Right? So it's very important because you know, I want to take this opportunity and you know, kind of also express our deepest gratitude to His Grace Srinathji Prabhu. Have you heard about him? Like last week he passed away. You read about Srinathji Prabhu? So I think last weekend he left his body, and Srinathji Prabhu, he was one of a very, very exalted devotees, and it is important for us to like learn a little bit from him because he was like us, meaning he was just a very traditional grahastha, right, with family, children, and with lots of business responsibilities. So, you know, he was the son of a big industrialist. In fact, his father was an MP in India, right, a member of parliament. And Srinathji Prabhu, as a young, you know, when he was like a young boy, right? Not a young boy, but probably when he was in 20s or something, that's when he met Srila Prabhupada. So he got opportunity to meet with Srila Prabhupada. And he was a Mayavadi. He was following Mayavad at that time. And Prabhupada defeated him. And Srinathji Prabhu became a devotee. And it is actually when Srila Prabhupada was taking his final journey from Bombay to Vrindavan, Srinathji Prabhu drove him to the, I think, train station. Srinathji Prabhu drove Prabhupada. Right? Such a special devotee, right? And then, of course, after that, the Radha Gopinath temple that is, you know, now existing with, you know, thousands of devotees deriving inspiration, and that's almost like the home of Srila Radhanath Maharaj. That entire project was, you know, came through by the efforts of Srinathji Prabhu. So in late 80s, when Radhanath Maharaj started going to Bombay and started his preaching, so, you know, Srinathji Prabhu would actually host programs in his home, and then they found this ashram, Lady Northcote Orphanage in downtown Bombay, and Srinathji Prabhu was the trustee of that, and he basically gave that to the devotees. And then, you know, rest is history, right? And over the years, he's done such amazing seva, so much donation, so much service he has done, right? So he was 76 years old when he left his body, right? And like a worldly man, right? He has a opulent home in downtown Bombay, right? So many businesses he has to. In fact, you might be knowing Seema Bulbs and Tubes, right? That was his company. He was basically chairman of Seema, a power group of companies. So, you know, so much work, so much business, family, children, right? In midst of all that, he was such a steadfast devotee, right? And throughout his life, he was so fixed in his Krishna consciousness. So while he was doing everything else, he maintained his commitment and seva to the Lord, right? So now let us analyze, right? So somebody takes birth in a you know, in a wonderful family, and then in an opulent family, right? And then leads a life. What? And then when he leaves, right, 76 or he's left his body. You know, what is he taking anything with him?
No.
All his wealth, all his home, all his cars, all his industries, all his bank balance, everything is staying here. Right? But what is the value? What is the value of that existence, right? What is the thing that we will remember? Or what is the thing that will continue to add value in the next 10,000 years to come? The devotional contributions. Right? For like what service he did to Srila Prabhupada is recorded. It will be, for next 10,000 years in Kali Yuga, it will be discussed. That devotee. Right? His donations to further the Krishna consciousness is recorded. People will always remember, oh, Radha Gopinath Mandir, that whole seva was done by. So the devotional contributions, the devotional efforts are eternal. That is the value proposition. That is the value out of that entire 76 years of life. What will be remembered? The devotional offerings, the devotional contributions. Nobody will remember how much money he made, right? What cars he drove, or where was his home. Nobody will remember that. But his devotional contributions in the mission will be remembered, and his devotional offering to Krishna will be eternally remembered by Krishna. So that is the thing. You don't understand. We're all living in a, in like a bubble. We're all living in a bubble, thinking that this bubble will never burst. My bubble is very strong, it will never burst. Right? And we just forget that actually life is coming to an end. And we have to, every moment we are proposed, we are challenged with a choice. Will we use this moment in serving Krishna or serving Maya? We are being challenged. Every moment. क्या करोगे? क्या देखोगे? What will you read? What will you eat? What will you talk? What will you, how will you act? You're challenged. And every moment that is offered to Krishna is eternally going in our records. In whatever moment is not going to Krishna, will be just washed away. Like a line we draw on the sand, and then the water comes, washed. What is the value of that effort? Zero value. That's why the great acharyas, they sing in the bhajan, right? Jivana hoilo shesh na bhajilo rishikesh. My life is ending, but I am not chanting the names of Krishna. So that is the thing. And we learn from the examples of devotees like Srinathji Prabhu that these things must help us. Like I was talking to somebody last week. Actually, after that, next day, after Srinathji Prabhu passed away, the next day, our Raj Kishore Prabhu, right, my brother-in-law, his grandmother passed away. So then, I was talking to my sister, and then, she was lamenting. She was saying she was such a nice lady, and this, that. And then we were discussing, and we were saying that actually when somebody dies, if that incident or that event helps us to come closer to Krishna, then that's the best lesson learnt. Right? Somebody dies, death is one thing which is irreversible. Everything else is reversible. We can reverse. I say something to you, you don't like it, I say sorry. And then you're reversible. So life is full of these reversible things that we keep doing. Do something, we reverse. We do something, we reverse, right? Type something, delete.
And
Backspace is there,
Control C.
Control Z, undo.
right? Backspace is there, that backspace button. Key on the keyboard is there with us, so we are all very happily living our lives, right? We do whatever backspace, but death is one thing which is irreversible. You cannot do backspace. No, wait, he died, let's bring him back to life. Irreversible. Like when I was young, I used to play chess. So one of my very close friends, we used to play together. When we used to play, then he was like top brain, the best brain in our class. But he was not so strong in chess, so I was able to defeat him. So I used to take pride that at least chess I'm defeating him, right? But he would, when he would make mistake, he would say, okay, let me take it back, right? And I would say, no, if you take it back, then how will I win, right? And they would say, no, we are just playing a game, right? Let's just keep learning, right? Let me take it back. So chess, if you move something and you take it back, right? You will be able to put yourself in an illusion that you will win.
Because it's already
Right?
set.
But death is not like that. That move of chess, which once played, will come back. No. It's irreversible. So when something like that happens, if it is able to help us come closer to Krishna, and in fact it is meant, that's one thing that just removes the illusory curtain in front of our eyes. All of a sudden, isn't it? We're all actually living with this illusory curtain. Like, there's this curtain. In fact, the movies, how they would show in the past. When the movie, when you go and the camera is not on, what is there?
Curtain.
Screen.
It's a white wall. There's nothing. But then you go and sit there, and then that camera switches on, and then all of a sudden the whole movie comes. 3 hours of illusion we keep seeing. And then after 3 hours, we underwent so much emotions. We cried, we laughed, right? We felt good, we got excited.
Resolution.
All that 3 hours, the movie is switched off,
That's it.
white wall. Right? So we all are living in that illusory curtain, which looks very attractive. But death is one thing that in one shot, it just takes off. Then we realize, oh, I didn't know this. Right? I didn't know this. So the point is that through these events, we need to take inventory and we need to learn our lessons so that we are able to make the right choices in our life. Right? The choices that will help us further the culture of knowledge. Vidya. So that is the thing, right? So now let us read what the purport is saying here. Who would like to read the next para? In the Bhagavad Gita.
In the Bhagavad Gita?
Yes. You want to read, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhu. In the Bhagavad Gita 7.20-23, it is said that only unintelligent, bewildered persons driven by a strong desire for sense gratification worship the demigods for the temporary relief of temporary problems. Since the living being is materially entangled, he has to be relieved from material bondage entirely to attain permanent relief on the spiritual plane, where eternal bliss, life, and knowledge exist. Sri Ishopanishad therefore instructs that we should not seek temporary relief of our difficulties by worshipping the dependent demigods, who can bestow only temporary benefit. Rather, we must worship a absolute personality of Godhead, Krishna, who is all attractive and who can bestow upon us complete freedom from material bondage by taking us back home, back to Godhead.
Hare Krishna. What do you think of this? Yes, Dhruva Prabhu.
What it says
What are your
is,
comments?
what it says is, as long as, I mean, if you're praying to the demigods, you will get temporary relief, because in this material world, you have lot of temporary desires, and to fulfill those temporary desires, you will pray to the respective demigod and get your temporary desires. But that is going to push you into further darkness and ignorance. Only when you pray to Krishna, you'll get the knowledge and wisdom which is eternal. So that is the reason, it's it's written here that you don't pray to the demigods, rather pray to Krishna, so that you get to your eternal bliss, which is immortal.
What else? Anybody on the hangout? What else? Any points? What points? Damodarati Mataji?
So this is again demigod worship, which is it's asambhuti. Asambhuti versus sambhuti is what we are discussing today.
Absolutely.
And demigod worship is asambhuti. Even though it comes under the umbrella of Vedic Vedic in a religious path, but still it is considered less intelligent to go through this. And
very nice point. Very nice point, Mataji.
This is
Even though it comes in the umbrella of Vedic culture, even though, because it's part of Vedic culture, demigod worship is a part of Vedic culture, still it is darkest region of ignorance. And that is what is discussed in Srimad Bhagavatam, right? Vedyas is lamenting after writing the Vedas. Right? Vedyas is lamenting. He's not happy. Vedyas wrote Vedas and he's not happy. And we are thinking by reading Vedas and following them, we will become happy. See, look at the thing. Right? Then how did Vedyas become happy? By writing Srimad. This is the thing. Very nice point, Mataji. Thank you. So what basically the nutshell here is very simple. That let's not worry too much about the temporary miseries. The temporary, relief. Our lives are mainly just temporary relief. अभी के लिए थोड़ा relief मिल जाए. Right?
treat the symptoms, treat the disease.
Let's not treat the symptoms, let's treat the disease. We have to balance. If you are having a wound, please apply medicine. Don't ignore it.
Yeah.
Saying, oh no, this is temporary. No, fix it. But keep the focus on what is eternal. And what Prabhupada is saying very nicely, see, rather we must worship the absolute personality of Godhead Krishna, who is all attractive. So while on one hand the material world is so attractive, isn't it? Material world बहुत attractive है. It's very attractive, right? The glitter. You go to the malls, you drive on the interstates, you almost feel like now you're like in control. You buy a new car and then you get on the road, interstate, and then you're thinking, yes, look at me, I'm driving at the speed of 80. I'm in control. Right? And then we go to those beautiful malls and we think, yes, now I can spend money and buy things. Look at me, I've become controller. So glitter, it's attractive. It's attractive. But what Prabhupada is saying, Krishna is all attractive. So we have to, just in order to see the attraction of the material world, we have to go out to the mall. We have to make an effort. Free nahi aata hai wo. Of course, sitting here you can watch on TV. Right? But there's also, you have to buy TV, you have to sit down, and waste your time to watch the glitter of the material world. Krishna's glitter or Krishna's all attractive nature, in order to take darshan, we have to make an effort. And actually this month is beautiful month to meditate on Krishna's all attractiveness. Right? The Damodara Shak prayers are so sweet, right? It is describing Krishna's beautiful baby form, right? Namamishwaram Sachidananda Rupam Lasat Kundalam Gokule Brajamanam. Lasat Kundalam. Krishna's earrings are glittering. Sachidananda Roop of Krishna has appeared in Goloka Vrindavan. Right? And then Satyavrat Muni is very carefully describing the details. And what is he saying? Idam teva purnatha gopala balam sada me manasya virashtam kimanye. Saying that sada me manasya, I want to eternally meditate on this beautiful form of Krishna. All attractive form of Krishna. And I'll tell you that if we make an effort to peek into the all attractive nature of Krishna, we will fall in love with Krishna. And that's why Rupa Goswami says that if you have any desire to enjoy the material world, please do not go to the bank of Keshi Ghat, bank of Jamuna at Keshi Ghat. Never go there. If you have any desire to enjoy the material world, don't go to the bank of Jamuna at Keshi Ghat. Don't go there. Why don't go there? Why?
Punya will go.
No, because you might see Krishna. You might see Krishna there, and if you will see Krishna, you will lose the taste for the material world. That's all. Krishna is so attractive. Krishna is so attractive. Krishna's holy name is so attractive. Krishna's pastimes are so attractive. Krishna's form is so attractive that we will lose all of that. So that's why Prabhupada is encouraging us that please do not worry about the temporary miseries. Not worry about the temporary problems. Right? And do not seek temporary relief. Rather, engage in worshipping Krishna, because Krishna will give us eternal benefit, guaranteed eternal benefit, right? And which is what we learn, right, from devotees like Srinathji Prabhu. Continuous life of seva. Continuous seva. right? A life of seva is what will attract Krishna. Right? You got to remember that any service that we will render, the world may forget, but Krishna will never forget. Right? And that is why we must very strategically plan to engage in Krishna service, in the service of Vaishnavas. Like today, I was telling Dhruva Prabhu, I said, Dhruva Prabhu, please go up. He was calling Raj Prabhu, saying, and then he was saying, Prabhuji, they are not picking a phone. I said, you go up and wake them up and tell them personally to come. So then he went up and, he said they are coming. And then I told Dhruva Prabhu, I said, Prabhuji, you are doing the service. So whatever, if you are serving others to engage in Krishna's service, you are helping them. Whatever they will do, Krishna will remember and give you credits for that. And even if they are not engaging, because you have made that effort, Krishna will still give you the credit. This is the beauty of devotional service. This is the beauty of devotion. That's why we must be hungry for devotional service. Laulyam. Laulyam ekam mulyam. What is the mool? What is the price to get Krishna Prem? Laulyam. Greed. Be hungry to engage in devotional service. Because that's the value of this body, right? The body will be just finished. So while it is working, let us engage in some seva. And that seva, Krishna will remember. And Krishna will never forget. Krishna will never forget. So even a small effort of serving a Vaishnava, or helping in small ways or helping in big ways, whatever, or even our family members, we should serve. What is our service to our family members? What should be our service to family? Our service to family members should be to give them Krishna. If you're not giving them Krishna, we are cheating them. We are the biggest cheater. Can you imagine? We are not giving our family members Krishna. We are cheating ourselves, we are cheating. We should give them Krishna. We have little children, we should teach them shlokas, we should teach them bhajans, we should teach them to do arti. We should feed them prasad. We should not feed them garbage. Right? So that's our seva. So this is the thing. Please understand. Worshipping Krishna is so Sachidananda. It's blissful. Right? Susukham kartum avyayam. Raja vidya raja guhyam pavitram dhamatvam pratyakshaavagamam dharmyam susukham kartum. This knowledge is so beautiful. It will give you bliss. It will give you enjoyment within. Right? So that is the thing. Very nice. Who will read the next para? Yes, Dhruva Prabhu. Loudly.
It is stated in the Bhagavad Gita 7.23 that worshippers of the demigods can go to the planets of the demigods. The moon worshippers can go to the moon, the sun worshippers to the sun, etc. Modern scientists are now venturing to the moon with the help of rockets. But this is not really a new attempt. With their advanced consciousness, human beings are naturally inclined to travel in outer space and to reach other planets, either by spaceships, mystic powers, or demigod worship. In the Vedic scriptures, it is said that one can reach other planets by any one of these three ways. But the most common way is by worshipping the demigods, demigod presiding over a particular planet. In this way, one can reach the moon planet, the sun planet, and even Brahmaloka, the topmost planet in this universe. However, all planets in the material universe are temporary residences. The only permanent planets are the Vaikunthas, the
Vaikuntha
Vaikuntalokas. These are found in the spiritual sky, where the personality of Godhead himself predominates, as Lord Krishna states in the Bhagavad Gita 8.16.
ब्रह्मा भुवनाल्लोका पुनरावर्तिनो अर्जुन मामुपेत्य तु कौन्तेय पुनर्जन्म न विद्यते. Yes, well, continue, Reggie.
just
From the highest.
right.
From the highest planet in the material world down to the lowest, all are places of misery, wherein repeated birth and death take place. But one who attains my abode, O son of Kunti, never takes birth again.
Hare Krishna. Yes. Naveen Prabhu, any thoughts on this para?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat, all good Shri Prabhupada and Gurudev.
Jai.
Prabhuji, Srila Prabhupada is writing that we have different planets in this creation, and each and every planet, like based on our highest activities which we do, we can enhance or degrade based on our actions and activities. And Srila Prabhupada also says that like, no matter even if you go to Brahmaloka, it is temporary, because this entire universe is itself temporary creation. Srila Prabhupada also says that if you go to Vaikuntha Lokas, then it's permanent. So, Prabhupada points out to 8.16, says that any action which we do for the pleasure of Supreme Personality of Godhead, we can break the cycle of birth and death and then go back to his abode.
Hare Krishna. Any other thoughts? Comments? Philando? Any comments? What are you seeing something exciting here in this para? Huh? No comments? You are agreeing? So, it's very simple, right? Prabhupada is saying that Brahma Bhuna Loka, that there are many planets, there are many places, many exciting places, right? The same thing we were discussing. Exploring, explorer, right? Or Chrome, or Safari.
Jumping between.
It's nothing but all in the region of ignorance. But what is the problem? It's still the part of the well. Still the part of the well. You're still in the well. Even Brahmaloka is in the well. Why? Punaravartino Arjuna. There's birth and death. Right? Like when we all came to America, we were thinking there is no death here. Right? We all thought America means, and actually it's conceptual. If you see, it's conceptual. When we are so much focused on the benefits and the things that are pleasurable in a particular place, we feel that there is no death here, right? Because we're just focusing on the maja. It's fun, right? Like when you go to a water park, you just focus on the fun piece of it. You don't see that, oh, there is some suffering here. This is fun, right? And that is the same thing happens in Swargalok. People say that usually when in at least in our family, in our tradition, when somebody is dying, then they will put their picture on the wall, right? And then below the picture they would write their name, and before their name they would write one word. Guess what? Swargavasi. Swargavasi. This person with us, but now he is Swargavasi.
Ravi, they should write Vaikuntavasi.
We have to become qualified that after we go away, people will write that. You have to give them that full confidence. Right? so, so Swargavasi, right? Why we are saying Swargavasi? Because people almost believe that there is no death in Swarga. But you know what? There is death in Swarga. And in fact, sometimes it is said that you are right, there is no death in Swargaloka, because what happens is, you don't die in Swargaloka. You are just pushed away from Swargaloka. You are pushed down. You are thrown away. Like you are riding in a plane, and then somebody throws you out of the plane. And then they say that anybody who's riding on this plane will never die. Yeah, you're right.
Yes.
On the plane, nobody will die. They will die on the ground. When they are pushed off, they will land on the ground and die. Nobody on the plane will die. So same thing, Swargaloka, nobody dies. What happens is, Shine Punye Mritya Lokam Vishanti. Bhagavad Gita is saying that. What is Bhagavad Gita saying? Shine Punye, the moment your pious credits are exhausted, Mritya Lokam Vishanti, you are said that, okay, tata bye bye, push down. So at one point of time, you are in Swargaloka enjoying nice, heavenly drinks and all kinds of fun activities, and then the moment the bank balance is exhausted and it comes zero, it comes slowly, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Boom. All of a sudden you realize, where am I? I thought I was enjoying. Where am I now? So like that. Shine Punya Mritya Lokam Vishanti. So this is the joke going on in this material world. And we are all just so much exploring. We're still exploring. कि अच्छा यहाँ Pittsburgh में बहुत ठंड है. It's very cold in the winters. Let me go to a warm place.
California.
Or maybe let me go to California. Right? And then we go to California, we see there is a forest fire, and then we come running from California. Think, no, let me go to Florida. And then Florida, this storm comes, and there is no food for like few days, no water. Right?
Pittsburgh is better.
And then we come back to Pittsburgh. So we're constantly exploring, thinking one place is other, this is better, that is better, Swarglok better, Brahmalok better, Patalok better, or Prithvilok better. Constantly that's going on. Krishna is saying, come to my abode, you'll never return. Right? Never return. Mam upayate tu konte punar janmana vidya. Go to Krishna, never return. So that's why. Again, vidya, avidya. Right? Is it making sense now? Right?
Yes,
Okay, next para. Who wants to read the next para?
Can I read, Prabhuji?
Yes, please, Mataji.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Done. Sri Upanishad points out that one who worships the demigods and attains to their material planets still remains in the darkest region of the universe.
Hare Krishna.
The whole universe is covered by the gigantic material elements. It is just like a coconut covered by a shell and half filled with water, since its covering it is airtight. The darkness within is dense, and therefore the sun and the moon are required for illumination. Outside the universe is the vast and unlimited Brahmajyotir expansion, which is filled with Vaikuntha Lokas. The biggest and the highest planet in the Brahma Jyoti is Krishna Loka or Golok Vrindavana, where the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna himself resides. Sri Krishna never leaves Krishna Loka, although he dwells there with his eternal associates. He is omniscient, omnipresent throughout the complete material and spiritual cosmic manifestations. This fact has already been explained in Mantra 4. The Lord is present everywhere, just like the sun, yet he is situated in one place just as the sun is situated in its own undeviating orbit.
Hare Krishna.
Very good.
So this is what we were talking, right? Darkness, deep dark well.
Yeah.
Beautiful point. So this Prabhupada is just like clarifying it so easily, right? What are we learning here in this para? Yes.
The universe is like a coconut. There's darkness inside, and you need lights like sun and moon to give you the illumination.
Right.
But outside of the coconut, there is light, and that is the Brahmajyoti.
Very nice. Was very such a nice example, right? Coconut. This material universe is like a coconut.
Yes.
Coconut के अंदर darkness है, full darkness, and there is some nice pulp also, which we can enjoy. It's not all that dry, right? But it's dark, still dark. So actually, Bhagavatam explains that the covering of the material universe is thick, and it is explained in Bhagavatam the size of the layer. There are how many layers are there? Bhumi,
Okay.
Rapu, Nalo, Vayu, Kham. 5 layers are there that are covering this material universe. It is explained as miles and miles of one layer. Then the next layer. So first layer covering is earth. Then the second layer is water. Then the third layer is fire. And each layer is like 10 times the previous layer. And we have to cross that. So we are all sitting here thinking everything sab theek ho jayega. I'll go back to Godhead. Yeah, we have been chanting every day. I've been doing some seva, some puja. I think I'm taken care of. हो जाएगा मेरा. Let me relax. Let me not become a fanatic. But we do not realize we have to cross over these thick layers. And before even these thick layers are going to come the distractions of Swargaloka. It is explained as the spirit soul is going back to Godhead. He is seeing. The soul is seeing everything. Like you see the Swargaloka, you're passing by, you see the Swargaloka. No. And if you are not very strongly fixed in Krishna consciousness, there is a good chance you will say, ki, oh, hang on, driver of the Vaikuntha plane, hang on. Be here for some time, let me check this place out. I'm a little thirsty, let me have some drinks here in the Swargaloka. Right?
Varuni.
And then we'll reach Brahmaloka. Then after that, we will have to cross all these layers. It's a pretty intense journey. So, Prabhupada is making very clear that that's why it is the darkest, still the darkest region of it. Still Swargaloka is the darkest region. The light, right? So we must realize that it's not as easy. We have to work hard. We have to become serious. We have to become sincere. Mama Maya Durataya, Krishna is saying. This is formidable. We're all like prisoners in this jail, and this jail, to get out of the jail is very difficult. But and the funny part is we are not even interested in getting out.
Correct.
जेल में इतना मजा आ रहा है, क्या प्रॉब्लम है भाई? Why you are disturbing me? Don't disturb me, Prabhuji. Mind your own business. Let me mind my own business. Why you are interfering? Right? I'm having fun. This is not a jail. This is I'm having nice pulp. The coconut pulp is very sweet. Some nice water is also there. I'm enjoying. Why you are disturbing me? It's fun. So the first step itself is to realize that this is a jail. And then after realizing the jail, you have to realize it's a very formidable jail. And then to develop the desire to get out of the jail. And then to, in a full reality, realistic perspective, understand that to get out of the jail is not easy. And then to make that consolidated effort. That's the thing. So now we can see where we are in this whole, our journey back home, back to Godhead. Where are we? Probably we have not even begun. But Ishopanishad is encouraging us. Prabhupada is encouraging us that please understand that, and that is why the demigods are praying. What are they praying? Samashitaye pada palavaplavam mahat padam punya yasho murari bhavam budheri vatsa param padam 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 yad vipadam nitesham. Anybody knows this verse? This verse, the demigods are praying to Lord Vishnu. What are they praying? They are saying that, my dear Lord, this material world is like a large ocean. Namasita padapalavaplavam. It's a large ocean. But the foolish people of this world, they are trying to approach us to cross over the ocean, which is like trying to cross over the ocean by holding on to the dog's tail. You're in a large ocean, and you want to cross over, and you hold on to a dog's tail. You think you'll ever cross over? Demigods are saying this, by the way. Krishna is not saying. Demigods are saying ki by praying to us and by using that means to cross over the ocean of material world is like trying to cross over the ocean by holding on to dog's tail. My dear Lord, simply by praying to you and worshipping you, bhamambudar vatsa param padam. What happens by engaging in devotional service to Krishna is all of a sudden this large ocean is reduced to the size of a vats padam. What is a vats?
Cow.
Calf.
Cow. Calf.
Bachada. Baby cow. His footprint. Vatsa padam. So the demigods are saying simply by engaging in devotional service to you, my Lord, the large ocean is reduced to the size of a calf's hoof print. How difficult it is to cross over calf's hoof print. How difficult it is?
Easy.
Very easy. So while we are discussing the material world is formidable, huge, so many layers, so many distractions, Brahma Loka, Swarga Loka, this, that, how will I go back? And then demigods are saying, by serving the Lord, this all is reduced to a curse. Can you imagine how powerful devotional service is? How powerful devotional service is? Krishna saying, Mama Maya Duratya, Mamevaye Prapadnante Maya Amitantante. This material world is very formidable, but if we surrender to Krishna, then very easily we will cross over. Very easily we will cross over. This is the promise Krishna is giving us. So even though this material world is dark, very difficult, so many layers, so many challenges, right? If we have that full faith, full unflinching faith, right? Unflinching faith that श्रद्धा शब्दे कहे विश्वास सुदृढ़ निश्चय कृष्ण भक्ति कोइले कर्म सर्व कर्म कृत होय. What is faith? What is faith? What is the faith? That by serving Krishna, I will attain all perfection. In this world that can stop us from reaching Krishna very quickly and experiencing Krishna. Many times during our japa, like when we sit down to chant, right? What is the biggest struggle during japa? Huh? Concentration. Why concentration? Because so many thoughts are coming. Why are these thoughts coming? Why are these thoughts coming, Mani Prabhu? When we sit down to chant, why are these different thoughts coming?
Material desires.
Material. What else? But what is the way the thoughts enter? Like what is the gateway? What is the first thing that every thought tells us? Every thought tells us that I am important.
Yes.
I am important. You need to address me right now. Right? So we sit down to chant and then we realize, oh, today there is a meeting at the office at 11 o'clock. Hare Krishna. It's important meeting. Right? We sit down to chant and then yesterday my wife told me something I did not like. Very important. Right? Every thought comes in saying I am very important. If you don't, you have to address me because I am $1 million value. Right? Isn't it? In fact, it almost feels as if like that's our existence if we don't address it. In fact, sometimes when we are going through some suffering or some challenge in our life, some issues going on, we get consumed by that, right? And we almost feel that this is like, ab kya hoga? What will happen now? How will I survive? What will I do? And even when we are sitting down to chant, that thought is just completely draining us down. Why? Because we feel it is very important, isn't it? And if we don't address it, then japa to रोज करेंगे, ये thought तो रोज नहीं आएगा. Chanting will happen every day. But this thought is only coming today. It has to be taken care of. That is the trick of the mind. Because we do not have faith. We are thinking that chanting the holy name is not very powerful. If I don't think about the meeting right now, then I may make some mistakes. I may forget the meeting. Right? Because we don't have faith. And that's when our faith has to kick in. Saying, Shraddha Shabda Kahe Sudruda Nishchaya Krishna Bhakti Koile Sarva Karma Krita Hoya. I simply take shelter of the holy name of Krishna with full attention and full heart, all perfection will come about. In that mood, we just cry out the holy names. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. And that faith is enough to cut down all the karma bandhas. Right? That is enough to cut down all that. So don't worry about the thick covering of the coconut. as long as that thick covering is giving us enough and very strong impetus in faith to engage in devotional service, there's nothing for us to worry. But if we are not engaged in devotional service properly, the same covering will actually, we should see that as the biggest fear. What is the biggest fear of a devotee? What is the biggest fear of a devotee?
Maya.
Maya. That Maya will pounce upon me anytime. What is the biggest fear of the deer in the forest?
Tiger.
Tiger. If I'm not careful, the tiger will pounce upon me. The biggest fear that a devotee must cultivate. You have to cultivate it almost like a habit. If I am not careful, Maya will creep me. Right? That's the biggest fear. And that is why a devotee is constantly longing to be in the association of devotees, because in the association of devotees, Maya has no place. Like when we are discussing Krishna Katha, Maya has no place. When we are chanting Harinam Sankirtan, Maya has no place. Okay? Hare Krishna. So we will close here.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Any questions or comments?
The Karma Bandh Bhas, KBP. Is that our KBP value?
KBB,
It should be
KBB.
zero.
It has to be zero. It has to be zero. But how will it become zero? Karmani nirdhati kintu cha bhakti bhajam. Govindamadi purusham tamamajami. Yastva indra gopam athvendra ahosva karma. Bandhanurupa phala bhajana matanoti. Karmani nirdhati kintu cha bhakti bhajam. Govindam adi purusham tamamajami. What is the translation of this? Anybody knows the translation?
No, Prabhu.
I adore the primeval Lord Govinda, who burns up to their roots all fruitive activities of those who are imbued with devotion, and impartially ordains for each the due enjoyment of the fruits of one's activities. Of all those who walk in the path of work in accordance with the chain of their previously performed works, no less in the case of a tiny insect that bears the name Indragopa than in that of Indra, the king of the Devas. So what this is saying is that whether you are an Indragopa or Indra, right, by engaging in devotional service sincerely, Krishna will burn all the karma that one may have accumulated in his previous life. Promise. Krishna's promise. Any questions, any thoughts, any comments, realizations?
One question.
Yes, Mani Prabhu.
So, Lord Shiva is a god, right? But the planet, it's between the Vaikuntha and material world. So, is it still considered darkness, or is it like the people who go to Shiva's planet will never come back because it's in Vaikuntha also.
Shiva's
About,
Shiva is residing in Kailash within this material world.
oh, okay.
Yeah, and then in Vaikuntha, there is a Vaikuntha planet where Sadashiv is residing. And Sadashiv is an expansion of Krishna. And that Sadashiv expands into Lord Shiva.
Oh, okay. So if anybody goes to Sadashiva planet, it's essentially
In
going to
Vaikuntha.
Vaikuntha. Okay.
But if you go to Kailash,
Yeah, come back.
you are still in the darkness. So that's why if one goes on Kailash, one worships Lord Shiva very sincerely, then Lord Shiva will immediately promote that person to the lotus feet of Krishna. Vaishnavanam yata Shambhu.
Yeah.
It's like your home. You're living in your home and your home is in the material world, but your home is like Vaikuntha, and somebody comes to your home, you will send them to Krishna. You see?
Yeah.
Because you are a devotee. It's like that. Any other questions, comments, confusion, darkness, ignorance? Anybody on the hangout? Pandurang Dev Prabhu, Rath Yatra Prabhu ki jai ho. Rath Yatra Prabhu, you have not spoken anything today.
Prabhuji, I'm listening. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Jai ho. Subhadrani Mataji, Kamal Priya Mataji, any questions?
Oh, no, Prabhuji. Thank you very much, Prabhuji.
Naveen Prabhu?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, very nice class.
Where is
Thank you very
Tanuja?
much.
Naveen Prabhu, where is Tanuja Mataji?
He is doing, actually,
What is that?
she was in the middle of something. I couldn't call her because she was in the middle of some seva, so I couldn't call her.
Hare Krishna.
The
I'm not seeing her in the
24.
calls these days. Please tell her that we are remembering her.
Definitely, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Jai ho. Hare Krishna. So, in this month of Kartik, let us pray to Lord Damodar to give us that deep faith that we all need to always be completely focused in our devotional service and never be distracted by the illusory pullings of Maya Devi. Hare Krishna. Thank you all very much. Shri Shopanishad ki jai. Shri Shri Radha Damodar ki jai.
Jai.
Prabhupada ki jai. Anant
जय
Krishna Prabhuji ki jai.
सरस्वती धनम पावनी वैष्णवी